I like to thank Moist Critical for inspiring me to make this kind of video. I thought instead of just going for gaming videos as usual as my YouTube content goes, I talk about things that are trending. And for this topic, it's going to be about K-pop, and this first video about K-pop is honestly depressing because what we are going to talk about today is Danielle getting kicked out by NewJeans. In fact, she just got kicked out of NewJeans by Adore, their label. Before I go into this, I feel like I should do a quick brief synopsis on what has happened with the whole NewJeans thing, because I don't know if people really understood what was going on. So basically what happened last year in 2024 was that NewJeans was saying that their contracts were being breached by their CEO Min Hee-jin, I think. And what was going on with that is, because they thought that the CEO was breaching their contracts, they wanted to go against it, or they wanted to void out of the contract and go into court against their CEO, against their label. And what basically up to 2 months ago, after all these it's just so much jabbering and yada yada. I don't want to get into it because it's so complicated. But basically, up until 2 months ago, NewJeans or the court has ruled that they side with Adore, and that the label has won because there is no termination with the contract. There has nothing been violated in the contract, so NewJeans will still stay with the label for the time being until 2029. I don't know about you, but just hearing that just sounds like they're just going to be held hostage until then, because really, are they actually going to allow them to keep going, perform for tours or make albums? And when I first heard that, I thought they were just done. You are going to have the worst next 4 years of your life doing absolutely nothing. But apparently I was wrong, because apparently, according to Billboard here, at the time, Adore also promised fans that it had finished preparations for another NewJeans studio album to drop following the resolution of the legal dispute. But according to the label's latest statement, the main objective now is to fully resolve any lingering misunderstandings between the band's members and the public, which Adore warns that could take some time. Well, after this, it seems like we're not getting that album after all, and that's really unfortunate because I'm not a big fan of NewJeans, but I did really like their music. I liked OMG, Ditto, ETA, the big songs. I really liked them. And it really sucks to hear another girl group that had so much potential to be one of the greats. It's just over. Remember what happened to 50/50? It's not 50/50 anymore. Literally, there's only one member or two members that's still from the OG, and they just replaced all the other ones with new members. I don't know if 50/50 is really talked about anymore, because after Cupid, that was just it. That was their one hit wonder, and that was just it. It really sucked, and yeah, it's just really, really unfortunate. And to go on further about Danielle, because now that everyone has this understanding of what's going on, according to Adore on their Twitter post, in Danielle's case, having determined that it would be difficult for her to continue as a NewJeans member and Adore artist, the company notified her today of the termination of her contract, and now they are going to pursue legal accountability against one member of Danielle's family and the former CEO for causing this dispute and the delay in NewJeans' departure return. Now, of course, they're not going to show every tad bat thing. I know some things will be kept confidential, but I'm actually kind of shocked to hear that they are going against one of the members' family members, because what exactly did they do to cause this dispute? I'm not too sure of how court rulings work, or how the whole K-pop drama works or whatever when it comes to these kinds of things. Because let's be honest, this is kind of one of a million things to happen when it comes to K-pop groups being terminated because of something like this. But I don't know, maybe I'm just not up to date with all the K-pop history, but that really surprised me. But it's also the fact that you can tell that because they're going against Danielle's family member in court, just further emphasizes, or it just further shows that Danielle is not coming back. Any person who is on copium right now who thinks NewJeans will come back, it's not gonna work. Okay, but let's say with some miraculous, I don't know, let's say they replace Danielle with someone else, like they did with 50/50. I'm gonna tell you this right now, NewJeans will never reach the momentum it did. Because genuinely, after BTS and Twice and all that, NewJeans was one of those new gen K-pop groups to really hit the Billboard charts at the start of their career, whereas it comes with like older gen groups that they had to be seasoned for a little bit to really make it to the charts. But now it's just over for them. Like no one talks about NewJeans anymore. I'm telling you, other than just listening to their old songs and the court rulings, I guarantee you, after all of this is really fully settled, NewJeans will not be talked about anymore, other than to be missed and mourned for the termination of that group. Because let's be honest, even though they're staying with their label, they're not releasing that album, and NewJeans isn't gonna continue on further as a group because Danielle, their core member, is gone. I don't know about you guys, but I am a fan of Le Sserafim. I recently became a fan. I recently became a Fear Not, I should say, after I went to their tour in Seattle, and it was the best concert, the best K-pop concert I've ever been, and that says a lot because I was so far away, but I still had like a good view of them, but it was just kind of tiny, but still I could see like their dance move in the hot outro. It was just. But sorry, I'm going off tangent here. But I bring up Le Sserafim because, as many of you guys would probably know, Le Sserafim used to have a 6-member, Kim Karam, and she recently returned to social media. I don't know why though, but I mean, hey, whatever. Like she's not like disappeared from the face of the earth. But a lot of people have been saying that with Karam, they missed her so much because she added this kind of like this aura, or like her vocal just really added to Le Sserafim's like concept, or what they were trying to make at the time with the Fearless album and whatnot. And honestly, I do agree. Like I had to listen to the original Fearless track with her in it and Sour Grapes, and I gotta say, her vocals are just so fluid and crispy. Like, or it just feels like a unicorn just hopping on clouds when I listen to those songs. And that's honestly the same how I feel about Danielle in NewJeans. I genuinely don't think that removing her and just keeping it that way, or replacing her with another member, is not going to fix the whole NewJeans situation. But even with all these court rulings going on, I doubt that NewJeans will continue on with the group. But I might be wrong. I would love to be proven wrong, because this is honestly sad. And as someone who's not really a fan, I do enjoy their music. This is just sad for the K-pop fan community. But that is all I gotta say. And I think when it comes to like their contracts, people have been saying a lot about how, like the CEO may have been manipulative or whatever. But really, I also want to think that another potential like or possibility is that these members, they're clearly young. I mean, some of them are still in like high school age. Some of them are actually younger than me, actually, or maybe around my age. And even I'm still stupid and immature and a bumbling idiot that I may not understand exactly what I read into until after I get into it. Like, like when it comes to like a syllabus in a class, like I don't really read through all that crap. And then when I go through that class, man, it's crazy. I wanted to withdraw from the class, but I couldn't because it's for my nursing school. But basically what I'm trying to say is with NewJeans, they probably didn't understand exactly the whole like terms and conditions of their contract. And maybe like, I don't know, maybe, okay, yes, there's a possibility. I mean, this is a big corporation after all. There's probably some fine print that they missed out on. But as far as contracts go, there's probably some things that they didn't really think that they were going into, and just saw all the other parts that they were like, yep, this is good. But, it's a contract is still a contract. You signed what you signed up for. And I feel like there's just got to be both sides of the story that really need to be heard. Like, sure, maybe the CEO is manipulative. Again, I don't really know the full deets of this. I just kind of had to, like, just jump right into this whole like topic at going through like 3 different sources on this. But I don't think it's really more on one side. I just think it's more on both sides. The girls didn't really know what they really signed up for, and the CEO may not have been articulating exactly all of what would be happening according to the contract. But that's just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Because that is it for the end of the video. So, yeah, I will see you guys another time. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.